to be trying out one of our new toys, which Joe is very excited about, which is right behind me. It is the stump grinder. So grinding stumps is not high on our priority list of things we actually need to get done around here, but it's a bit of a psychological win to see at least one stump disappear from our front yard. So let's see how it runs.
All right, sorry, I know it's really loud in here. I think it's the hydraulic pump on the skid steer is really noisy. It is when it's not super old, but it's old enough. But anyway, we got this stump grinder at the auction, of course, because, you know, everyone knows now I have an auction issue. But we have all these huge stumps in our front yard from the trees that we took down so that they wouldn't end up falling over on the house, and they need to go. I could pay someone to come out and grind the stumps, but it would be many, many thousands of dollars. So I figured, what the heck, let's just get a stump grinder attachment, which, you know, wasn't cheap either, but just grind all these stumps, and then if I don't need it anymore, I can sell it, or at least I have a piece of equipment for less than what I would pay to grind the stumps to pay someone to do it. So okay, I mean, that's going really well so far. It is just a pine stump, so I think they're a lot easier to grind.
It smells good.
It does smell nice, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's been raining a lot lately, and last night it rained, well, yesterday it rained all day. Most of the day? And all the way, most of the night.
Yeah.
I don't know, 2 or 3 inches of rain we probably got yesterday, and so the ground is really saturated, and it's all, there's like this much topsoil, and then it's clay. So using the skid steer, because it doesn't have an articulating head, I gotta swing the skid steer back and forth, and you can see it's tearing up the grass a little bit here. Not ideal, but it's we're just gonna do the one stump today. It's fine. Yeah. And the grass grows back.
It does.
Messed this grass up in the front yard so many times since we bought the place. We know it grows back pretty easy, so I'm not too concerned about it, but it's going to make a bit of a mess. It'd be better to do this when it was dry. Yeah. You want to give it a whirl?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Now let's climb in there and I'll show you how the controls work.
Okay.
It's not too terribly hard to use. It's pretty simple, but it's been a minute since she's been in the skid steer, so we'll see how it goes. I'm sure it'll be fine. It's just getting the hang of waggling the front of the skid steer back and forth, and I just had her give it a little more throttle so we can get some more speed on the head there, do a better job of grinding. It is a little hard to see where the head of the grinder is from inside the skid steer cab, but eventually you figure it out because you can hear it and feel it. What'd you think of running that?
It was harder than I expected,
Yeah.
but I think I was starting to get the hang of it.
Yeah, it's
It
tough
takes a little
because
bit.
you're trying to do at least 3 things at once.
Yeah.
You gotta run the flow of the hydraulics with your thumb.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta steer with the same hand, and
Yes.
then you gotta operate the boom with your other hand, up, down, and tilting.
And be very, like, you know, fine about it.
Yeah, because I mean, if you try to take off more than like, I don't know, a ½ inch at a time, it just bogs out. It can't
Yeah.
do it. So you're barely moving, and then trying to swing on an arc without moving forward.
It was hard. And I
It's a
felt
little-
very short as well.
Yeah. You were having a little trouble seeing. It's not like it's easy to see, but I'm a little taller, so
Yeah.
obviously a little bit easier.
But it's not too bad.
It wasn't too bad. I don't know how long that took. Maybe an hour.
Yeah, about an hour.
About an hour in total. You did most of it. I came up and cleaned up at the end here. This is what it looks like. It's a mess. Obviously, I made a terrible mess of the yard here. We're gonna have to come back with a bucket and clean this all up. But there's just about as much stump underground as there was above ground. The thing with these pine trees is they have this deep taproot that goes straight down, so like the stump just kind of goes straight down into the ground. So although it was pretty easy to actually grind, I mean, we had to go
Yeah.
way down into here. There's actually still a little bit of it left in here. Not much. Like there's a little ridge right here, but I gave up. I mean, we're probably, I don't know, 10, 15 inches underground. It's good enough. It certainly is gonna look a lot better. I mean, how do you feel?
Oh, I feel much better about
Seeing
it.
this thing going?
We
This one
still
stump?
have 1, 2, 3, 4 stumps left
In the front yard.
in the front yard.
Yeah, in the front yard.
And they're a lot taller than the one we just did.
Yeah.
So,
This was the smallest one.
yeah. They'll take a bit,
Yeah.
but it does feel good having one gone.
The other pine tree one will be similar, not super challenging.
Yeah.
2,
I mean, that
4.
one is
Actually,
fun.
there's 5 because there's the hickory tree.
Oh, right.
The hickory tree and the oak tree are going to be,
Yeah.
they're going to be crazy. We got this really old stump over here.
Mhm.
I think it's an oak. Looks like that tree got cut down 30, 40 years ago.
And that one is just so large.
That thing's enormous. It's 4.5 feet across.
Yeah.
So that's going to be like a whole day.
Yeah.
And $100 worth of diesel.
Mhm.
For sure. But
that was a
it's
good
nice.
start.
It's nice to get one out of here. I mean, big pile of mulch looks way better than having that stump there. Wasn't actually the one that was the most in the way, but it was
Yeah.
the easiest one to start on.
Yeah.
It was the
Still a
easiest one
win.
to start on.
A
Yeah.
psychological win.
Psychological win, exactly. All right, so that's us playing with our most recently purchased toy from the auction. I mean, these things they're not really toys, they're tools, and in the long run it'll help us out a lot around here, but it is kind of fun to use.
It was fun, yeah.
Yeah, it was fun to use. So. You know, as always, life's an adventure.
Let's keep it that way. Try to look cute.
You look cute enough.
Yeah.
Okay, let's make sure I think it's upside down for some reason.
There we go.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's today's adventure, and as always, keep life an adventure. No.
But it's
No.
fine. We'll just.
Now we'll do that again.
Yeah.